Welcome back. Today I'd like to talk about what happens at meetings and what to expect. What I do find over the number of years that I've been going to meetings is that they're repeating the same thing over and over again. And what they're repeating are the same things. There's usually one person that starts a meeting. There's usually a number of people that would be designated to read from little cue cards or cards of some sort. So, in the beginning, going to a meeting, this seems essential, but daunting at the same time. It's repetitive. So I think about this, or let's look at this for a minute. Every time you go to a meeting, it's the same thing over and over and over. You read, you say hello to every single person that either reads, and thank everybody that reads. And every person that goes to either read or introduces themselves, it's the same thing over again. Repetitiveness is, in my experience, is like exercising your brain to get yourself into the right direction. See, prior to meetings, what were you doing? I was using drugs and drinking alcohol. And now, repetitively going to meetings, finding the repetitive use of reading cards, the same cards every time that are being read throughout this meeting. All these readings are essential because sometimes, as an addict or an alcoholic, I just don't get it. Repetitive readings gets my brain exercised into knowing what recovery is about, knowing why I'm there. So I thought about this several times, and I still go to these meetings. It's been years, and I kind of have to say that is like exercising at a gym. You know, you see these big guys at the gym, and they don't get big automatically. They don't get these nice big muscles. What they do is they work out to get there. They start off with none of these things. You have to start somewhere. It's the same as going to these meetings. You need to start somewhere. First things first, you need to start reading these cards. There's the how it works, or what they call the 12 steps, the 12 tradition. These are like little guidelines of recovery. And all it is it's repeating itself over and over again until you get it. And then when you still get it, you're still reading it over and over again so that you can help share it to the next person. The next person coming in the door, they don't know. That's why we're there so many times. That's why we're there. Help them understand what the literature or the readings are all about. Is the cards are like exercising the brain and getting you stronger mentally, spiritually, fundamentally getting stronger to help the next person coming into the door. Many people have said they don't like going to meetings. It's too cult or ritualistic. It's a strong mindset. It's getting the information into our brain, getting into that spiritual mindset, getting to that spiritual well-being. So what I found about meetings is I had to do the first thing. I had to get sober. The next thing is I had to get to meetings and get involved with meetings by reading the cards, just being involved with the group. But groups that I've attended, I find, are not ritualistic. We don't wear the gowns, we don't have uniforms. However, we do have the readings, the prayers, and that is another essential part. There's a certain prayer that we use at these group meetings over and over and over, and that's the Serenity Prayer. The Serenity Prayer is there to help an individual understand that when you're not at a meeting and you understand and you memorize the prayer, you can use that prayer out in society, and you can use that when things are going kind of bad. You can understand that when things are just not going great, that prayer, repeating that over and over in your brain, saying it to yourself, when things are kind of rough or shaky, it'll get you through. It'll get you through the day. If not, then you got to make a phone call. At meetings, you meet other people. They say you get phone numbers and then use those phone numbers. You need to make a call because you can't do it on your own. And I did mention this before. Some people in recovery can do it on their own, and not everybody can. So the others, like myself, need to reach out. And if you're one of those ones that need to reach out, then you make a phone call. You pick up the phone, you call somebody. You don't send little text messages because the feeling is not there. You call. That is so essential and so important. You call and you talk to somebody, or somebody that's been doing these meetings for a while, or somebody that's at least got some good foundation in their program, can actually help you out, can talk you down. It's like taking you off that bridge so that you don't commit suicide of using or putting drugs and alcohol in your body again. That's what they're there for. That's what you do. So today I covered a few topics, but one thing I like to finalize out on these meetings: are these meetings boring, or are these meetings fun? What are these meetings? Well, they're both. I wouldn't say they're boring, but I would take the word boring out and put serious in, because recovery is a serious matter. Addiction is a serious matter. Whether it's drugs or alcohol or sex or gambling, it doesn't matter. It's a serious matter. What I do, and what I do tell everybody that goes to meetings, is it is very serious. And in the beginning, we usually lighten the mood up with a little fun, with a little banter, with a little, how you doing, talking about your day and stuff like that. But when it comes down to the other part of the meeting, which is they call the sharing part, that is serious. We take that with serious notes, and we help other people with addictions recover, because that's all we have today. Today we can recover. Also like to cover real quickly on about meetings is there is different formats, what they call formats. What there is in formats is there's closed, and then there, number 2 is open meetings. Open meetings are usually where there's a celebration, where there's a designated speaker who's going to do a talk about their experiences in addiction to recovery, and how they live today versus how they can overcome the days of addiction. And then there's the closed meetings where it's not open to the public, where only addicts or alcoholics can go somewhere safely and sit at this meeting and share without the worries of somebody in society that is non-addicts or non-alcoholics or non-gamblers, without the stresses of worrying what society has to see or think about them or talk about them. And that's what these meetings are before, or they're about. And what they are is to help in so many different ways. So with open meetings, they are open to society. They are open to families who are non-addicts or non-alcoholics, but they are allowed to come in and to listen to somebody who is well aware, when there's an open meeting, that when that individual shares, we also ask for respect, that is an anonymous meeting, and a respect that meeting is a safe place for some people like addicts and alcoholics can get together and share. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will post more videos up. I don't have a schedule, but in closing, as I always say, no matter what, don't pick up, because you are important. And until next time, peace.